Um, I think we have Peter back, and I think his audio is clear now. Peter, welcome back. Sorry about that, but it happens. It happens.
It happens.
So talk about what are some of the other ways that you can help people through this natural disaster beyond the typical means?
I think, I have friends down there in Florida right now, and I know a guy that didn't lose his house to this current hurricane, but just one about 2 years ago. And the damage and the devastation that come from that is pretty total, and it can really linger. I think what we can do to really help out, definitely donate where you can, donate to organizations you trust, that maybe you've done some vetting to see if they have a little bit lower overhead, more of your money is actually going to where it's going to go. But you can also take active steps in your own community to help. I think like your other guest, there are wonderful churches, there are wonderful community organizations that really reach out. And I think on a human level, if you have family, friends out there, if you know someone's going through a hard time, give a reach out. Giving your time and financial aid is great, but sometimes just helping and giving that human hand, showing some kindness and presence directly to people. Because, with the damage that happens when you lose like your house, your home, your properties, there's an emotional and spiritual toll there. And sometimes what you need is just as much as anything else is a little bit of kindness.
Are charities regulated, Peter?
Yes, to a degree, yes. There are regulations for charities, especially between nonprofits. U.S. is a little bit more stringent in some ways than other countries, but the U.S. also gives a lot more through charities.
Well, look, Peter, I want to thank you and Linda both so much for joining us for this edition of the Armstrong Williams Show. I want to say this. All of us know people that have been impacted by the crisis, and it's a crisis. It's such a disaster in Florida. And prayers, being creative to see how you can really be your brother and your neighbor's keeper through this crisis. Because listen, we all are capable of doing more if we just dig deeper within ourselves. It's not always, someone may not have money to give, but they have something that's sitting in their homes. Because let me tell you, the people in Florida, man, they just need basics. They don't have razors. They don't have washcloths. They don't have soap. They don't have dishes. They don't have deodorant. They have absolutely nothing, just the basics. I'm sure all of us as Americans can come together and show our heart and find a way to get just the basics to people. Because listen, man, we never know what life holds for us in the future that lies ahead. We must be there, because I don't see how anybody can watch that footage and just be devastated and say to yourself, my God, how can I help to make a difference with whatever little I may have? Because you got to separate the ordinary from that extraordinary. Just that little extra makes the difference. I'm Armstrong Williams. Pray for them, and thank you so much for joining us for this edition of the Armstrong Williams Show.